life is full of adventures, big adventures and small adventures. And along with adventures, sometimes we have accidents. So it's important to have a robust first aid kit at home. Now you can go out and buy a kit. It's already got everything in there and you stash it in your cupboard and forget about it. But I'm going to tell you, that's not the best way to go about it. I think the best way is to do it yourself and craft your own kit so it includes what you and your family needs. So today we're first going to talk about the type of bag to have to contain your kit, and then how to organize your kit, and then a detailed explanation of what you should at least include in your kit. And I'll give you some ideas for additions to your kits too that you might be interested in. So first off, I'll look at this slide. Yep, that's the way most first aid kits look. You know, you open it up and everything's there. And there might be a few packets of this, a few packets of this, some Band-Aids, blah, 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 blah. But is it what you and your family needs? Well, I think we have to start with the kit itself. Now, I don't know about you, but I am a very visual person. I like to see immediately so I can grab what I need. So for me, a lot of the first aid bags just don't work because there aren't a lot of easy access compartments and everything's just kind of jammed in there. And my old case, let's see, here it is. This worked for many, many years. Very happy with it. It was using a, you see it? Yeah. This is actually, it was a bare mineral kit, you know, for cosmetic kit, I guess, that I had. Just kept it, and it worked great for my first aid kit. But, yeah, I found something even better, and I want to share it with you. It is a travel toiletry bag or cosmetic bag. And I found this on Amazon. Because of the color I picked, it was under $20, but you know, it's under $30 either way, and it is a fantastic first aid bag. Let me show you the outside here. Here you have it. Okay? So you got two pouches outside, a flap, and it's robust. And what I like is you have easy access to tools you'll need, like right here. Look at, I have the scissors you're going to need, and over here, your surgical gloves or your exam gloves. So you want to have those on the outside so you can put them on before you start doing anything else. So, love this bag. It's easy to carry, so you could also carry it into the car or take it on your trip with you. And I wish it came in red, but it doesn't. But I did make my own little handmade first aid kit identification for the bag. Now, let's see what's inside the bag. So let's think about organization. Before I open this bag, I said let's see inside, but let's talk a minute. How do you organize your bag? Is everything just kind of thrown in there and you look and look to find what you need? Or do you organize it more by category? And when I thought of things, I thought of these categories. One is Band-Aids, because you know what? To me, that is my husband's most frequently need is Band-Aids. So a lot of assorted Band-Aids. Okay, then another category would be burn care, because I am notorious for somehow when I'm baking something, I always end up something with it burning myself in the oven all the time. So I have a burn care section. And of course, the majority of the kit is a wound care section. And we'll go into that. And then there's more miscellaneous, like for eye irritants, ticks, stings, itches, things of that nature. It's kind of a miscellaneous. But that's how I organize my kit. But you need to think what was your family, what do they use the most, and organize your kit in categories that meet your family's needs. Okay, now let's get into the bag. So here's the kit. You can see you have a nice little zippered pouch here. And all I have here is a face mask. Okay, so in this we can see it says gloves, hand sanitizer, disinfectant surface wipes. So open it up. And I have gloves, small, medium, and large in here. I have some little, hand sanitizer packets. And this is more to disinfect any surface, either before or after. So that's what's in this front, easy to access, clear area. And then over here, well, I think you can kind of see what's happening here. This is my tool area. And this is medical shears, okay? Good for cutting through something, but you know, you could always use kitchen shears in a pinch. So, but again, really quick to access if you had to cut off maybe your child's jeans or something. In here are the other tools. I have a magnifying glass, which can come in handy. Little paper and Sharpie to write maybe what my child's fever is or what's going on. Or in the rare case that you actually ever had to do a tourniquet, you could put the time on the tourniquet that you applied it. I have some tongue depressors, a little Olight flashlight can be helpful, right? See what you're looking at. And this is pretty neat. These are tweezers, but can you see it's got a magnifying too, so you can look through it and easy to see. Maybe you're picking out little gravel pieces from your child's bike accident scraped in the driveway. This makes it easy to do, or you could use it for ticks too. And then I have a bunch of these just because I have a bunch of these. These are disposable thermometers, easy to use, and they actually do work. And I have a regular thermometer too. And that's it for the tool section. Okay, now let's open our bag. Okay. Put it all the way up. Oh, and what do we have here? Yes, I'm keeping the first aid manual right in the bag itself. So you always know where it is and you can easily go to whatever you need, be it dehydration, sunburn, let's see, what is this? Cramps, foot and toe injuries, whatever. It's right here when you need it. And if you don't have a first aid manual, can afford one now, although you can find them really cheap at a place like Goodwill, used books, there is an excellent online digital version. Let me show you. So this Red Cross manual is excellent. It goes through all kinds of categories, you know, wounds and burns and chest injuries and even emergency childbirth. I think it's over 170 pages, a wealth of information. So I urge you to download it to your digital prepping library. Okay, and then right here, can you see this? I just print out this card and I just taken some images that are probably copyrighted from the internet. So I have what to do when someone's having a heart attack. Well, you sit them up with their legs like that, and you can give them an aspirin and call 911. Step-by-step CPR guide for adults, just in case I need a memory of what I have to do. And here is to stop the bleed. What do you do? and if someone's choking, the Heimlich maneuver. So I just put this in here as a fast guide. If something happened, boom, I can look at this. Okay? Now let's go. But when we flip this back, maybe if I put it out like, there, you're able to see it better. Okay, what do I have in here? Well, definitely Band-Aids. Yes, I know, I should call them adhesive bandages or plasters if I lived over in England, right? But these are all various size Band-Aids. And I have Band-Aids for kids, regular Band-Aids, knuckle Band-Aids, finger Band-Aids, big ones, small ones, all different kinds of sizes. And then I have alcohol prep pads and Providine, which is kind of like an iodine prep pad. All of that is right in here. And believe me, this is the area that my family would use the most. And I have lots of other Band-Aids here that are easily accessible, so you don't even have to go in the kit. Now remember, all the supplies I'm listing, I have links down below, so you can access them on Amazon if you want to purchase any of these items for your kit. So for wound care, you have to think about how do you clean it, how do you prevent infection and help it heal, and how do you bandage it. So those are the items that you're going to want in your kit. So next we have our wound care. And I'm going to open that up so you can see what's in it. Well, yep. We have some first aid tape, dispenser, and some cotton in case we need it, just stuck in between. We have a lot of different size gauze sponges, and let's see, got a big one. This is more like for abdominal pad, so see that? I think the main thing is to have a lot of different size ones, and this is a Tegaderm film. So I have a lot of these. I have this, which I hope we never have to use. It is zip stitch. It is a kind of like a butterfly system, only better. So it's wound closure without using stitches. And then we have triangular bandage. You can make a sling out of this too, or it's good for the forehead. Some more gauze. A wound irrigation kit that has the syringe, the shield, and betadine pads. Again, something I hope I never have to use, but I do have a SWAT T tourniquet, just in case. And then more gauze. And this is just iodine, in case needed. Hydrogen peroxide. You should really only use this on shallow wounds though, just a word of caution. And you want triple antibiotic cream, and I've got Neosporin in here. And a septic pencil, can stop bleeding, especially if you're shaving. And that's it for my wound care, but I do want to say I have a lot of other bandages. It's good to have a lot of gauze and a lot of different sizes just in case. So you've gotten a burn, what do? Well, the first thing you do is to try to cool that burn. You know, put it under cool water, not real cold water, not ice water, for 10 minutes. And then use some of the supplies here in the kit. Now let's go on this side. And let's do this first. Okay, we've got burn care here. First off, what I always use on burns is lavender oil. I also use it on stings. It just works really well if you use it right away. Takes down a lot of the swelling. But I also have some burn-free pain relieving gel packets. I have some Manuka honey packets. That's good for a burn. Now I have to tell you, I thoroughly believe in medical grade Manuka honey for healing a wound or a burn. I think it is great, great stuff. Just make sure you get the real thing, certified from New Zealand, and that it is medical grade. And I even have a big MediHoney Bandage in case of a bad burn. So that's it for my burn section. Okay, so then we have our miscellaneous here. And it says sprain, eye, itching, sting, and tick. So it includes a lot of different things. So you've gotten a sprain. What do? Well, they recommend rice. Right? R is for rest. Ice is you can use a cold pack for no more than 20 minutes at a time. And you can use a compression bandage, which will be right here. And you can elevate your sprain. So if it's your ankle, put it up. Let's open it up. Okay, for sprains, you can see you have that. You wrap it around your ankle. Although I kind of like using what I call the vet wrap instead because it sticks to it. I just think it's easier to use. And then for the eye, check this out. I have eye wash cup in case needed. And I have an iPad and AccuFresh? Anyway, to use with that cup if needed, if I had something in the eye. And, yep, I have more MediHoney gel, which probably should be put in that wound area. It just wasn't as much room. But I am telling you, Manuka honey is great for healing. And I have some New Skin liquid spray bandage. Kind of used if you got a little cut and you're going bowling, right? My husband is prone to poison ivy, so I have these cleansers in case he does use it right away. He also had a very bad experience with a tick last year. Ended up in the hospital, so I have this tick tornado, which is really great for pulling them off. Along with that sprain, I have a cold pack, an instant cold pack. Another thing I'm good and the grandkids are getting are splinters. And I love this little splinter out kit. Just makes it so easy to get splinters out. And let's see. Lomatrin Ultra. Well, that can be used for like jock itch, right? And Lanacane for itching sometimes, although I don't find anything works for itching long term. So this is the majority of the stuff I have in the kit. Now, in addition to your first aid kit, you want to have pain relievers such as, Tylenol, Advil, aspirin, those type of things in your medical cabinet, and that should be out of the reach of your children. And again, remember when I talked about additions? Well, if you know how to use one, it's good to have a stethoscope. You can hear that crackling in the lungs. Somebody has pneumonia. Many people have to watch their blood pressure, so it's good to have that. Something I find really, really helpful, especially with the grandkids, is a non-contact infrared thermometer and a pulse oximeter, because especially during COVID, that was something to find out, oh my, your oxygen level is really low. Rush to the emergency, right? But this comes in handy too. So it's really not expensive. It is a good thing to have. Now you want to tailor your first aid kit to the needs of your family. Maybe you have a family member that is highly allergic to stings and you have an EpiPen, so you want to keep that right on the outside of your kit so you can easily grab it. Maybe you have a family member who is diabetic and you need to include some kind of sugar and glucose supplement. Anything like that that is special for your family members, make sure to tailor your kit to your needs. So did I forget anything? If you think I did, please comment below on what you consider an essential home first aid supply. Well, that's it. I hope you have found this video informative and that you go right out and craft your own first aid kit at home. Or if you already have purchased one, add the supplies that are tailored to your family. And remember, keep on stocking any supplies you use so you always have in that kit what you need. And if you're interested to see what my medical kit is like in my vehicle, watch this video.